Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, everybody. Dr. Paul Crites with you, and this is Wisdom Talk. Wisdom Talk, and I'm so thrilled that you are joining me here on Facebook and Periscope, Twitter. My. This is a great night. This has been a great week. My last broadcast for this week. Sure, I'm glad that you are connecting with me. Come on in, invite your friends, invite your neighbors. This is Wisdom Talk, and I'm so thrilled that you are connecting here with me tonight. I've got something extremely important I want to share with you. I have always had a goal. I've always had goals for me, and I've always had goals for my proteges. I've always had goals for my spiritual sons and daughters. And so tonight I want to talk about one of my goals for you. One of my goals for you. Come on in. This is Wisdom Talk, and we are broadcasting on several platforms tonight. And I'm so glad you have joined me. I want to tell you a quote. This is a powerful quote that was given to me many years ago. And this quote changed the trajectory of my life. This quote I'm about to share with you changed the trajectory of my life. Here it is. A book can go where you cannot go, and a book can stay where you cannot stay. A book can go where you cannot go, and a book can stay where you cannot stay. When I heard that statement, it became one of the most powerful thoughts in my life. The man that gave me that quote was my spiritual father, Dr. Mike Murdoch, who's written hundreds and thousands of books. I don't know how he has written the number of books he has. He started way before I did because I had to learn how to write a book. There is a right way to write a book. And of course, there are many other ways to write a book. Today, I'm getting ready to do some television programs this next week. I'm going to be taping some television programs with a Christian television network. And so they wanted some of my books so that we could talk about what we're going to put on the programs. And so I had them out, and I was communicating with them via the internet. And I'm holding in my hand a stack of my books. Book number 14, B14, is in final edit right now. It is the fourth book I will publish. Now, hear me well. It is the fourth book I will publish in 2020. How about that? The fourth book I will publish in 2020. Hello, April. So glad that you're joining me here on the broadcast. April, I am so proud of you from what you shared with me about your speaking to leaders all over the country in your industry, and how God has blessed you. I'm so proud of you. And you know what? April has written a book. She has a daily broadcast on the internet called Daily Dose, and she took her scripts and created a book. You ought to get that book. It's very encouraging and very motivational. Well, let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. I started writing books. I don't have all of them here. I couldn't hold all the books I've written so far. As I said, I've written 4 this year. We've published 3, and the 4th one is in final edit and final proofing, and we will be getting that one out hopefully by the end of the year. But here's a book I wrote called A Weapon Called Time. A Weapon Called Time. Time is not a search. Time is not a squeeze. Time is an assignment. Now, let me just share a couple of these books. I'm going to keep talking with you tonight. I want to just keep sharing with you about this. Here's a book I wrote. I love the cover of this. The moment I saw this book, it's a little bright on the lights, but let's see. Yeah. 21 things. Yeah. 21 things every leader needs to know. 21 things every leader needs to know. And it's some chess pieces. Now, you see what they did? I've had some people say, I want to order that book, 24 Things, because he took the 1 and he put it over the T. That's cute, but you want to make sure that you have your title really, really, really clear. I jokingly say, I took everything I know about ministry and I put it in this little tiny book. It's called Ministry Moments. Ministry Moments. Ministry Solutions for the 21st Century. Oh, I love putting this in the hands. I love putting this in the hands of young ministers. I really, really do. I really, really, really do. Now, notice this book, Ministry Moments. Those are the dogs. Those are the dogs barking. Those are the dogs barking. Someone's coming in. Someone's coming into the Crites castle, and both the dogs are barking very loud. Anyway, they'll calm down in a moment. If you're just joining me, I'm Dr. Paul Crites, and I'm talking to you tonight about books. A book can go where you can't go, and a book can stay where you can't stay. Now, remember I showed you the Ministry Moments book? Do you think that the same graphic guy designed this book? Yeah, this one's called Money Matters. This is one of the most popular books that people request from us. But the same guy, look at this. I guess he thought that he had a great idea. And so he took Ministry Moments and Money Matters and kind of did them the same. But that's okay. That's okay. I've got book covers in blue and purple and green and gold. Someone says, well, when you publish a book, Dr. Crites, do you okay. All right. Do you publish them yourselves? How do you do that? And the answer is, I do a system called self-publishing. Self-publishing. That's what I do. Self-publishing. Now, this book was published by a publishing company, and they made a lot of promises to me, but I still control the copyright. I still control everything about the book, called The Man Book. It's a great book. Oh, man. It's a great book, The Man Book. Everyone should have a copy. Every lady that wants to know about men should have a copy of this, and every family should give their sons coming up The Man Book. It's biblical teaching in 10 key areas of life and relationship and roles and riches and routines and a whole lot more. This book was the first book I got out there in an e format, uh, in a wide spectrum. And so there are companies that do the ebook, and then they present a check. They send a check. I haven't gotten one for quite some time. What am I talking to you about books tonight? Why am I telling you about the books? Why would I be telling you about the books? Well, very simple. Very simple. I would tell you about the books because it's my goal. It is my goal, everybody watching me, for you to write a book. I believe that everybody has a book in them. Lisa says, God has given me a blessing, and I wrote a children's book and published it. Oh, how wonderful, Lisa. Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful. How wonderful. Well, April, no, you published the book. And it's a great book. It is a fantastic book. Well, let me get back here for a moment and get away from focusing in on these comments, because once I focus in on these comments, by the way, we've got a good crowd watching us tonight. If this is the first time you've seen it, I'm Dr. Paul Crites. I'm coming to you from St. Augustine, Florida. And you might be watching on Twitter or Periscope or Facebook or one of the channels, one of the platforms we're at on Facebook. This is called Wisdom Talk. I'm on Sunday through Thursday. I need to share this from time to time because we have so many new people that are just catching on and finding out about us. But we're talking about you writing a book. There is a book on the inside of everyone watching me. There is a book on the inside of every person watching me. Why don't people write books? Well, they have a belief about something, they have a feeling about it, but they don't have a conviction. If you have a conviction about something, you should document your convictions. I became firmly convinced that the greatest battle that you and I will face as believers is in our mind. It's in our mind. The greatest battle we will ever face is in our mind. So I wrote this book, Rewired, for wisdom, wealth, and winning in life. I wrote this book some years ago. Let's see when I wrote this book. Oh, just a couple years ago, 2018. 2018, it was published and rewired. You have to rewire your thinking. And particularly if you want to have wisdom in your life, particularly if you want to win in life, and particularly if you want to see wealth increase in your life, you're going to have to rewire your world. It's a shift in your mindset. So that's why I wrote that book. I'm not here to promote books tonight. I'm just sharing with you. I want you to write a book. I want you to write a book. A book can go where you can't go, and a book can stay where you can't stay. Your book is your legacy. Your book is your legacy. What would you like your great-grandchildren to know about you? What would you love for your great-grandchildren to know about what you believed? It's not difficult. In fact, if you contact me, I have an email connection there on my website. And if you contact me and say, Dr. Crites, how do I do this? Where do I go? Well, I'll be more than happy to help you. No cost, no charge. I'll help you. And then I'll connect you to the right people that know how to lay your book out, how to get the right ISBN number, how to design a cover. I've got April's husband, Todd Williams, is, well, did you know that Todd designed this cover? This is my latest book, The Apostles Have Landed. Look at this cover. Look at this cover. The Apostles Have Landed. I love this book. And then he designed the back cover. See? Beautiful. This is a beautiful book. Well, I couldn't really write. Well, this is 90, 80, 90, anything under 100 pages. You give the people that read your book one of the greatest joys in the world, the joy of completion. Can I say that again to you? You give the people that are reading your book the joy of completion. Wow. Isn't that powerful? Someone said, Dr. Crites, I love reading your books. I can read one of your books, sit down and read it in an evening. I can read it on a plane ride. That's the whole idea. That's the entire idea. Now, I got to tell you, I love this book. I love this book. 10 Golden Keys. You see that? 10 Golden Keys. How to unlock doors. How to unlock doors in difficult times. That is such a gorgeous book cover. And man, look at the back. Isn't that gorgeous? The golden key. How do you unlock? What do you do in difficult times? Most people, when they see your book, they pick up, the cover attracts them. They flip over the back and you have a little information back here. Then they kind of glance through and they think, look at the chapters. Most people are deciding in the first 30, 40 seconds whether they're going to secure your book or not. I want to help you to write a book. There's a grandma, and I'm a grandpa, I'm a papa. You need to write a book for your grandchildren. Even if you just go down to the quick print place and you get a spiral bound, it doesn't have to be perfect binding, spiral bound. And you say you've got 2 or 3 grandchildren, you might wind up with 4 or 5. Well, get 10 copies. It won't be that expensive. Find someone that's good with English and grammar and have them correct it. And call the book, put your picture on the book, and put what grandma wants you to know. Put 10 things grandpa or poppy or papa believed, and I want you to know. I want you to know. I'm telling you, the Bible says to lay up an inheritance for your children's children. That's not just talking about money. That's not just talking about money. That's talking about being an incredible blessing, and leaving a legacy for your children. Here's one of my brand new books here in 2020, The Law of the Seed, the Sower's Handbook. Now, you know why I wrote this book? I did one of these broadcasts and I called it The Law of the Seed. I did this broadcast and I called it The Law of the Seed. And do you know over there on Periscope, So many people were watching this. This has got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of views. I thought, if that many people are interested, why don't I make that a book? So I did. I did. It's called The Law of the Seed. I want you to write a book. What do you have a passion about? What do you have deep convictions about? I want you to write a book, and I want to help you. I've encouraged every spiritual son. I just received a text today from Emmanuel, my spiritual son up in Indiana, and he's got a brand new book. Now, he already written a book, but it was written in Congolese. He's from the Congo, and it was written in Congolese. But this new book is going to be written in English. Oh, he's so excited about it. He said, Papa, look at my book. Look at my book. And I said, man, I am so excited about this. I am so excited for you. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that just incredible? Well, I'm thrilled to have all of you that are joining with me today here on Wisdom Talk. This has been just an incredible couple of moments that we've had tonight. Would you give some thought about writing a book? Dr. Crites, how do I start? You start. You start. Why don't you write down 10 thoughts? Pick a subject that you have great passion about and pick 10 thoughts of what you want to explain about where you have a great passion. All of a sudden, you've now got 10 potential chapters. You might have 12. You might have 15. You might have to edit this down, narrow it down just a little. I want you to write a book. Excuse me. I've been sneezing all day today. I want you to write a book. I think one of these days I'm going to get all my spiritual sons and daughters' books, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to share all those books with them. I'm going to promote them. We've talked about creating a website where I can just have all of those books. All of those books. You have to write the book before you have a cover. Sometimes you have to write the book before you even have a title. But you can write this book. You can write this book. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you want to know more about me or the ministry, go to paulcrites.com. 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 Also, my office number is 904-874-2217. 904-874-2217. Thank you all for believing in us and connecting with us. I appreciate every seed you're sowing. I appreciate everything you've done. Man, the first half of this month has been incredible, just incredible. I'm so grateful for all of you. Love you so very, very much. And I know someone will ask, so I'm going to put that up there. My Cash App is $ Dr. Paul Crites. A lot of folks just want to sow their $33 seed, or they want to sow a seed into the ministry. That's a good, quick way to do it. If you've got Cash App, is just take a picture of that on your phone, $ Dr. Paul Crites, or just simply go to my website. And there you can hit a button there. It says sow a seed. Grateful for every one of you tonight. I want you to never forget this. A book can go where you can't go, and a book can stay where you can't stay. I want you to really be thinking about writing your book. Now, like and share the broadcast tonight on Facebook and share it with your friends. Post it, repost it over there on Twitter. And thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it so, so very much. All right. Well, God bless you. And man, it's been a great, 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 great night. We're going to talk to you real soon. And I'll be in contact with you. All right. All right. God bless. Good night. Bye bye.